this video, we talk NFTs, Web3, 7 things that could reignite a bull market. And then we're going to start a conversation around creating 100 pieces of content a day for 100 days straight. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of BitMonkey TV's Good Morning HODLer show. Because no matter what time of day it is, if you're watching this, you're early. So GM and let's fucking go. Hope you like this new start time. It's very bright, I must say. I didn't turn on a light. We're all just using natural sunlight with the shades down just a little bit. New camera, so cheers. All right, so let's get straight into it. So first, we're gonna bring up some NFT news, market updates, things that have caught my eye this past week. Full transparency, I didn't have the time to read every single article. So we're gonna title read, we're gonna kind of go dig into a few things. That's actually one that I have dug into, and that's gonna end the episode, or second to end. So first off, Fortnite developer Epic Games Marketplace lists first NFT game, which I believe is Blankos Block Party. Shout out to Gary for the alpha. I believe they are also investing in a AAA. Where was it? This is what happens when I go out of order. You're seeing a lot of Haunted Space. Shout out to our very own Gary P, not Gary V, in-house alpha. If you are a Moral Monkey Bite holder, if you're in our Discord, bitmonkey.tv/Discord, and you do own a token, you'll see in the alpha channel that Gary touted this last week, right? But I did want to spotlight it here, just with it having that connection to Epic Games funding this one, right? I'm not sure exactly how much they funded. We can actually go double check really quickly, but we'll get to that in a moment. This is very cool to see. It's happening a lot sooner than I think I thought for Epic Games to incorporate not only an NFT marketplace, but NFT games, NFT-based games on it, right? It's happening very soon. So I'm very excited to talk about 7 things that could reignite the bull market, because I just think that this winter is going to be much shorter than previous winters, and much shorter than everybody's predicting. But maybe I'm just an optimist. I'd love to hear your comments below and what you think about how long this winter is going to last. Now, moving along, Cool Cats Group has appointed the Recur executive Disney veteran Stefan Tegles as CEO. Pretty sweet. This is cool to see. You know, Klon, while I've met him a few times just at the parties, right? I doubt he remembers me because of how many faces that guy has met. But, you know, he wouldn't, to me, he's more of the artist. And I think he's recognized that. I'm not sure if he's been the CEO this whole time or if they've been planning to bring in somebody high profile like this. But this is really, really good to see, especially after some FUD, especially after seeing their floor down. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go buy Cool Cats, but this is a step in the right direction. I'll be providing links to all of these articles we're briefly showing here. So if you want to read into them yourself, you are more than welcome. Just give me one moment here. And I'm back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me 1 second. I realized I didn't prep 1 or 2 steps before, so I'm just doing a quick Twitter post, Discord post, let everybody know we're live. We do have a new start time, so this is probably throwing a lot of people off guard who didn't pay attention at the beginning of the week when I mentioned today was 11 a.m. and next week is going to be 11 a.m. as well. So excuse me. All right, let's get it rolling here. Did my posts. I think Discord, YouTube notifications weren't used to me starting at this time because I usually have an automated process where I go live, it notifies on Discord, and then I do a scheduled post on Twitter. But neither one of those popped off like they were supposed to. So welcome to the new format, new time, new show. The Good Morning HODLer show, because no matter what time of day it is, you're early if you're watching this. So thanks for being here. How's everyone doing today? We started off the episode here with the focus around today is going to be Web3. And I'm reiterating here because I know a bunch of people are just jumping in now. Today's focus is going to be around Web3 NFTs, 7 things that could reignite or spark the next bull market. Because I personally believe that this winter is going to be a lot shorter than previous winters, but that's just me being an optimist. And then last but not least, one of my favorite segments for today, given that we won't have the opportunity to play Cozyverse Slingshot Sailors with the new start time during the live stream, that is, we're going to start a conversation around creating 100 pieces of content a day for 100 days straight. Is it possible? We're going to start that conversation today, and who knows, maybe we spark something for the next few days. What's up, Sakib? 1 second, I'm just sharing my screen. Thanks for tuning in, man. How you doing today? Hey. What's up, Dream? I was actually just going over some of your alpha, so let's restart it here. I'm essentially restarting the episode because I realized it didn't go through my normal prep. So first up, shout out to Gary here. In our Discord, he manages the alpha channel. Sometimes I'll pop in there from time to time, drop an alpha. But he mentioned this haunted space here. Now, normally we keep this for holders, but since mint day is right around the corner, he let us know about this last week or many days ago. I think now it's appropriate to at least spotlight this project because it is did get a big round of funding from Epic Games. So that's why I wanted to make the correlation. Epic Games is making a splash right now. Not only did they build out their own marketplace, they've listed their first blockchain-based game on it already. And coming soon is this haunted space, right? I mean, you even have the approved Epic Games there. Excited for this. This is all happening a lot sooner than we imagined, I think. And it's exciting. Moving along, just reiterating, Cool Cats Group points a Recure executive in Disney veteran Stefan Tegles, CEO. As I was mentioning earlier on the stream, right? This is a step in the right direction. Klon, I'm not sure if he was the CEO before or not, but he is not a businessman from my brief few interactions meeting him in big places, right? Like, he's an artist through in and throughout. So it's good to see this. I don't know. NFA, DYOR, I'm not telling you to go buy a whole bunch of Cool Cats, but I do understand they just underwent some FUD. People weren't happy with certain things, and the floor went down. So this is not me saying go buy Cool Cats, but keep an eye on them. Wouldn't be surprised. Hennessy to drop limited edition Paradis golden NFT. I'm trying to give it like a pronunciation there. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Interesting. So yeah, they did a special batch, 500 limited editions. All right, not to shit on the gift goat. We got a Johnny Walker thing, I believe, but it wasn't as rare. Seeing something like this would have been dope. Just my 2 bananas. Let's check out Block Bar. I haven't heard about this yet. Going to be launched on this site. I'm guessing it's a blockchain-based bar. Yep. 21 and up. So 2,500. That means if in ETH, that's like 1 point. Shoot, that might be 2 ETH right now, actually, with how the market has taken a shift. So if you're interested in this type of drop, it's coming soon. Tomorrow, to be specific. Another drop that's happening tomorrow. Let's just spotlight it one more time here. Haunted Space. Go join their Discord if you're not already. Tag our good friend Dream or Broken. Say he sent you here. Not Bitmonkey. Say Dream. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's Broken in Discord. So show some love. Hop in that Discord. Let him know who sent you. And moving along. So Coinbase NFT. This is reminding me of gem.xyz. Now, I'm not saying it's comparable, but they're going to be aggregating listings from multiple marketplaces. Now, I wonder if they're going to incorporate SudoSwap and all these other marketplaces that Gem will incorporate. Let's actually take a look. I'm guessing. So right now it's Coinbase, Looks Rare, OpenSea. They're probably keeping X2Y2 out of it, and the other one that I just mentioned, maybe because they're smaller, not as well known. I'd be curious to see what the full list of marketplaces are that they aggregate from. Let's kind of read along here. Yeah, so they're going to start off by showing these 2. So I'm sure it will expand off of it. And then, yes, for anybody wanting to go hop on that Discord and say hello, it is Broken. Yeah, step in the right direction. They're competing with other marketplaces. They have to. I think gem.xyz, if we haven't spotlighted this before, is a hidden gem. I just wouldn't list on here, but I would buy on here. It's the best place to find the cheapest NFT for any collection you're looking for, in my opinion, at this current point in time. This could change by the time you watch this video, though, so keep that in mind. Some early looks. So some other NFT drops happening this week. So we did all the news there. We shouted out Gary's Alpha. Now, I want to spotlight this one because I mentioned that I would show anything that comes across kind of my radar. This came through the Elite Comics, Elite Apes, through the Punks comic Meta Hero universe, drawn up by Chris Wall. I believe holding the Blackbeard or Blackboard, or I forget, one of the 8. They're raffling away 20 whitelist spots to the Chimpsons. Now, I'm spotlighting this because I was a huge Simpsons buff when I was younger, and I wonder, is this legal for them to do, to pull certain traits? I mean, they're clearly using that dog front and center. I feel like this is protected IP, so I'm personally probably not going to mint it, but I'd be curious to see, if I win a whitelist spot, maybe I will. Doesn't look like too much attention out the gate, right, on Twitter, but you just never know. I mean, it's a play off of everything we see, but with a Simpsons vibe. So NFA, DYOR, I'm not saying this is going to moon. I'm not saying any of that. But, for the flippers out there, this could be an opportunity. Just beware, I don't know if OpenSea would ever delist this, or marketplaces would ever delist this, with it being too similar to The Simpsons. That's my only concern. That's all. But I do like the art. I love The Simpsons. A little tough to filter collections right now, but I'm sure, they will make improvements. Oh, and that was the pre-mint page. I've already done the whole process, but some early looks. I pulled this from a newsletter I'm a part of for just weekly and daily news. I love the art. This is why I'm sharing it. NFA DYOR. It's coming soon. So if you want to stay updated, just go to dgens.io. You should be able to join the waitlist here with your email address. Now, this is an awesome site, but we'll save that for another time. Let's get into Web3 news. Moving along. Hold on. We need some coffee. It is Good Morning HODLer show, though. So let's take it slow. And if you have any questions in the audience, please don't hesitate. Moving along. I'm going to continue to pull tools from this site. But if you want to go check it out yourself, feel free to. Just know that anytime a new tool is featured, and a lot of times I'll show tools anytime I find it interesting. But dailyralpha.com has been accumulating an awesome list of tools with use cases, with quick descriptions here. So we'll make sure we provide this link in the bio of this long form. National Lampoon announces their splash, their entry into Web3. I'm excited about this one. Am I going to mint? I don't know. I really don't. But I wanted to show you all the links. I wanted to show you the art that they're teasing so far. nlstudios.io. I love how they're playing off of the trends, National Lampoon Studios. The art looks pretty cool. I mean, they're probably going to go with some... I mean, this is like a combination of pixel and like... I forget the term I'm looking for. 4669Y is based off of one of Feigbaum's constants, variable in chaos theory. National Lampoon's origins in our current roadmap are a lot like chaos theory. There's a method to the madness. Okay. Slated for October 26th. Okay. I wonder if this is true right here. I would imagine it is, right? Man, like, interesting. I don't know why I'm not following. Go follow along if you're interested, if you want to stay updated. They do have their main Twitter account and then their NL Studios Twitter account, which is at the Poison Pill. Jimmy, were you noticing something there? Oh, yes. Did I not say Jimmy? Now, discussions are already being brought up. Now, is there anything close to making its way to K through 12? I don't personally know, but I have a feeling somebody's close. But I love seeing the conversation start around this. Let's listen in just really quickly.
What are NFTs and what role can they play?
Well, we don't want to play that. Where was the one? Oh, that was on another article. Okay. That's on the SEC article that I want to play a little snippet. So yeah, some tech startups working on creating engagement-oriented systems to allow educators to issue NFT badges when students finish assignments or gain new experiences. Now, what I want to see, here's an idea. Like, yeah. Well, yeah, it's National Lampoon, right? So I would hope so. I would hope so. Like, it's been discussed in clubhouses and Twitter spaces, but a resume, a life resume, your blockchain wallet that you create or that we create for our kids and their kids after that could essentially be a life resume. Every test completed shows the results. Every experience shows the time, date, location. You see where I'm going with this? Like, we don't realize how this is going to be incorporated into everyday life in the next 10 to 20 years, right? That's just my belief. Maybe you don't believe it. I'd love to hear your thoughts about Web3 and cryptocurrencies, blockchain-based tech in the comments. That's just my belief. And it's awesome to see this because I think while targeting K through 12 is great, I think we also need to do a better job at targeting the elders. No offense, but the youngsters know more what Web3 is than anybody in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, right? So I wanted to bring this up because there's been a battle going on between the SEC and Ripple, right? The SEC stated that back in the last winter, I think 2018, I forget the exact date, that Ripple sold as securities. This is huge for the whole battle on whether or not certain things are securities under cryptocurrency. And I feel like the SEC, you know, you can see in this title here, it's a clickbait, right? They want to remake the law rather than apply it. But I will say, after reading this article, watching this video, digging more into where they are at the moment with this battle, they really do want to remake the law rather than apply it, right? They're trying to make things up, which is not cool, which I think that, I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm just sharing news. You can find this article on CoinDesk. I don't think we're going to watch this whole thing. It's 17 minutes, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 17:43. Unless you want to watch it. Gary, would you like to watch this? I know you're our main observer here today, so thank you for tuning in. I hope you're having a good cup of Joe here, cup of coffee. I'll play this by popular demand. You let me know. All right, no video. It's all good. If you want to watch this video, the link will be in the bio. Moving along. This is going to be a fun segment. I want to talk about optimism, right? I know that you need a little more than optimism to survive a bear market or a winter. But I will say, if you can put yourself in a position to not worry about your bags going to zero, you'll make it through with peace of mind. Whatever you got to do to get to that point, forget about, damn it, I wish I would have sold a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Whatever you have to do for peace of mind, I recommend doing it sooner than later. I'm not going to FUD. I'm not going to say we're going to go down before we go up. A lot of people are FUDing right now. I want to be an optimist and let you know that this will pass. So forget about all the noise. Ask yourself what you're in it for, and then operate accordingly, right? Now, after you've asked yourself that, let's talk about 7 things that could reignite crypto growth here. We've already saw this, and we've already saw what a lot of people have predicted. The Ethereum merge is successful. Now, in a perfect world, the price should go up, right? No. There's too much short-term behavior, too many short-term economic plays from people in the ecosystem. And don't feel bad if you're one of them. Who are causing the price to go down. They're speculating the price to go up so that they can sell on the speculation after merge. This is not going to stop. This is going to continue. This has been going on pretty much since day one. I think that with how successful it went, people don't realize how game-changing that's going to be. People don't realize that we are burning ETH, so much ETH per day. You just don't realize the effect that this merge is going to have in, let's say, 7 years, right? Everyone's saying they missed the boat on Bitcoin when they, let's say 2014, whatever it was, 500 to 1,000, right? It was up and down. It was volatile as fuck, right? And told everybody and their mamas, no joke, you wouldn't regret buying a couple, right? Nobody want to listen and say, we missed the train. You all have the same opportunity right now with Ethereum. You have the same opportunity right now with Ethereum. Quote me if you'd like. This is NFA DYOR, but Ethereum will reach 50,000 in value, just like Bitcoin did, and will achieve. And you're saying you're too late? Now you have that opportunity if you want to gamble. Stack up ETH, and you'll be in that position you wish you were in the next 5 to 7 years. I promise. I promise. Now, NFA DYOR. My opinions, my beliefs are much different than a guarantee. All right. Keep that in mind. I like this. You just need to accumulate some optimism. Now, I believe this is a chain, right? Or some type of token, which is comedy. Yeah, ramble off. I just wanted to put an emphasis on, we see the price going down because of short-term behavior. Yes, there are a number of other variables. The world economy, war. Like, yes, right? But the short-term behavior does not help. And as soon as we realize storing our assets and owning this digital currency is actually more beneficial to true wealth. Now, this is kind of not making sense because I'm squirreling all over the place, but yes, the price is volatile, but can Bitcoin go print 100,000 more coins? No. Can Ethereum do that now? No. As a matter of fact, they're burning them. What if the US government or Federal Reserve burned cash to decrease its circulating supply, right? They wouldn't. They keep printing more. So just compare those two right there and ask yourself, what's the safer bet long term? Fiat in my bank account, or just enough fiat to live below my means and stack, because you see what's coming? I don't know. Just sharing thoughts here. NFA, DYOR, but I think that's a very important thing to look at and think about. So I hope that made sense. I hope I didn't ramble off too much. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave your comments. Roll-ups to bring the next wave of crypto user demand. So I'm going to butcher these names. Chugani and Agral said there's a notable increase in user numbers, on-chain liquidity, and transaction on roll-ups, such as Optimism, as we just mentioned that a little bit earlier. And Arbitrum, with transaction activity on rollups now making up around 15 to 25% of all transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. Rollups are Ethereum layer 2, as you've heard us mention here, platforms that help process transactions separately from the main network to increase speed and lower costs. Now, while I agree, all these other ideas are good, what Ethereum has been working on, and with this successful merge, is just step one of the merge. There's still more steps to it. And Ethereum at some point will become just as efficient and cost effective to operate on. So these roll-ups, these layer 2 solutions, while I think they can succeed, I'd rather put my money in Ethereum. That's just me, right? Unless, like going back to it, like unless you're a short-term economics type of person and you want to play the market and you see that there's an opportunity in trading into one of these layer 2 roll-ups and then trading back when you see it crashing. Like, I'm just saying you're not helping the market when you're doing this. So keep that in mind. Like, a lot of us don't realize a lot of us are part of the problem with how volatile the pricing is. Yes, there are a lot of bigger factors at play, but each person multiplied by 1 million, like, I don't know, it adds up. That's just my opinion. I know not everybody's going to agree with it, and that's okay. Now, this is something I've heard for a while. If Ethereum flips Bitcoin as the top cryptocurrency, I don't think, yes, good point. He really does. I have thoughts about this. Will this ever happen? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Nobody knows. Could it? Yeah, sure, it could. I just don't think I want to think before I speak here, because if it happens, I think it'll happen for a short period of time. But those are the 1-2 punch. When anybody asks me which one do I buy, right, for long term, I always say Bitcoin, BTC, ETH, BTC, ETH. Doesn't matter which order you pick, but I recommend accumulating both of those as much as you can, right? Will it flip? Will that cause the next bull market? Maybe for NFTs, maybe. But then one could argue if ETH becomes insanely valuable, yes, the NFT market might be there, but the price you're selling those NFTs at, chances are they're not going to be in the same ETH terms as they are now, right? So, I don't know. That's an interesting talking point. Gary, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think if ETH flips Bitcoin as the top cryptocurrency, that could ignite the next bull run? I feel like there's a number of other different things that need to happen in parallel with this to ignite the next bull run, because we could be going into an insane crash where Ethereum ends up on top, but that's not necessarily a good thing. That does not necessarily mean that it's a bull market. Like, I don't know. Anything could fucking happen, right? And we're not trying to predict anything here. We're just having a conversation around what could spark the next bull run. That's what this is about. And we're referencing CoinDesk's article, which will provide links in the bio. Moving along, DeFi on rollups brings back the DeFi summer. The summer of 2020 was the first DeFi summer, but since then, the decentralized finance sector has underperformed layer 1 chains, the analysis said. Who's the analysis? We need to figure that out. Layer 2 scalability, however, is now making DeFi affordable again. The Bernstein analyst wrote, noting that the Uniswap exchange now gets about 10% of its fees from rollups. Wow. Yeah. I just don't think so. Even with the deflationary supply and proof of stake, with how we're burning its supply, I just still think that Bitcoin will be that tried and true, but Ethereum will have its place. I mean, Ethereum has undergone a lot of changes, a lot of upgrades. If Vitalik remained anonymous and didn't do anything early on when they had issues, Ethereum would have been dead. So you got to understand with Bitcoin, yes, there are developers improving it and maintaining things, but Satoshi dropped that and its core foundation has been solid. That is shocking. Just saying, you compare that to ETH, I think BTC will remain top dog, at least for quite some time. And I think our audience agrees here. Interesting. So NFTs pivot to gaming and play to earn becomes play to own. Crypto games will have their own unique culture. Over 1 million NFT avatars will become playable characters across multiple interoperable crypto games. We're seeing a big migration in talent to Web3 game focused development, or Web3 game development from traditional gaming studios, a strong leading indicator in their opinion. Yes, so we have seen this a ton. As we mentioned earlier on in the stream, we're seeing this a ton. We're seeing a lot of these big names come from these AAA gaming studios into Web3 or blockchain developing companies or studios. And I'm excited for the gaming industry to come. And I have a feeling that some NFTs are going to be insanely valuable in the future long term, and some won't because of this alone. And I have to shill one team that I love, and they've been building through this entire bear market, is the Cozyverse. Go check them out, cozyverse.xyz. Full transparency, I do own a ton, but I do believe in that project, and I play it every week. Try to play it every day. Once they, and with this new start time on the show, we can't play the game live anymore. So I'm going to have to talk to the devs to see if they can incorporate maybe a special playtime for BitMonkey TV. That'd be kind of rad. But I have a feeling they're going to increase the frequency pretty soon. So right? Like the scenario that you see short term of this happening is some flaw in Bitcoin surfacing, or the market deciding proof of stake over proof of work. And good luck getting those miners off the network. I mean, you've seen it with countries issuing bans on miners. The miners just move. Other countries are smarter. Other countries see the future. And I'm not going to, turn this into a political thing and name them specifically, but a lot of countries suck at predicting the future. Paired in with being greedy as fuck, wanting to tax everything. Excuse me. We're just rambling at this point. But I like the idea of this, of games being play to own. I mean, play to earn could really just be play to own, but you play to own the token. So you're not earning a token that's backed, but you're now owning a token that's backed. There could be like a unique twist there. Glad I get some laughs going here. Let's go. I don't know. This is really cool idea here. Token economic designs start to focus on value accumulation. So more sustainable tokenomics, right? Looking at more thoughtful tokenomics is what I'm going to summarize here. But I want to read word for word. More sustainable token designs will bring back retail interest in investing in application tokens versus the latest fast blockchain or retail meme coins. This right here, we're already seeing this with a lot of the blue chip. You've heard us say this term, blue chip NFT projects. They're focusing on how to create value for its token owners. And if they're not, ask yourself why you're in that project. Ask yourself, do you believe in that project? And NFA DYOR, but get out if you don't think that they're not focused on bringing you value, or they're not focused on you, the owner. And going back to the K through 12 thing, like there is so much opportunity for ideas to be funded to improve the school system through blockchain technology. But we haven't really seen, have we? Have we seen an NFT project like World of Women came and took everybody by storm? One could say that Gary Vee is the reason it got as much attention as it did, regardless of its reason. What if somebody did that for school systems? School systems are fucked, in my opinion. I didn't fully go through a school system. I just knew from early on that it wasn't a match. I'm going to say that politely. I do miss all my teachers, the ones who doubted me, the ones who loved me. I honestly got more love than doubt from my teachers for some reason, but there were quite a few who doubted me. All I can do is smile. Let's continue along. Fat protocol thesis becomes fat application thesis. The fat protocol thesis suggests that value in blockchains would accumulate at the base protocol layer rather than at the application layer. Bernstein said that the long tail of application tokens will grow thanks to enhanced scalability, economical transaction costs, better user growth on startups or rollups, improved token value, accrual, and retail interest to invest in the applications they use. So I think what he's trying to say here is rather than investing in all of these altcoins, and this is at least what I'm pulling from it. Like I just said, anybody who asks me, I say go with what's tried and true, ETH and BTC. If you want to capture any of these layer 2, go to its foundation. Layer 2 wouldn't be operational without ETH. So anything that else, just it makes sense, right? Like acquiring the assets that are responsible for being at the foundation of the growth of other coins, of other NFT projects, of other ERC20 tokens. Like it makes sense, right? But not for a lot. And for the short-term economics, the short-term mindset. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you want to see if you can flip your way into a 2 or 3x profit. I get it. But I personally think that long-term, the best investment strategy is to buy and hodl. That's why we named this show the Good Morning HODLer Show. Because no matter what time of day it is, you're early. Yeah. Fun little article. I like that. So if anybody's curious about the full-length article, I'll provide it in the comments of this YouTube or the bio of this YouTube video post stream. Now I know I wouldn't say I rushed through. I normally do breaks in between segments, but I did just knock out 2 segments in one, is what I'm noticing. Yeah, right here alone, right? This distinction alone. You're playing to earn, the SEC gets involved, right? But if you're playing to own a digital asset, and then what you do with that digital asset, you could trade it, could upgrade it, as Gary's mentioning here, amongst players, or you could swap for some ETH on a one-on-one trade. I mean, yep. Yeah, and let's keep in mind, like, this is a very good point. It would not be restrictive to NFT marketplaces. You could, in theory, sell it on any marketplace. And then just transfer it, make the sale, do the transfer. That's something people don't realize. And we haven't really started to see too much of that because I'm sure like there'd be a lot of people scamming people. But in theory, you can already do that, is go on, list your NFT on eBay and say, hey, listen, like you buy it here in USD, I send it to you there. Now, I'm not sure if eBay has any rules, if they allow that, but you can always word it differently. Your ad might get flagged. That'd be an interesting thing to try, is to try to sell an NFT. Yeah, they do, right? Did they already go live with their NFT marketplace? I gotta say, who's excited for tomorrow? Who's excited for tomorrow? I've been waiting too long. We have Gary in the audience. We're going to have Luke and Jeremy on the show tomorrow. We're opening at least 2.5 of these. And I almost just can't wait. But I'll wait. Like, Gary, you want to hop on right now? Let's do a box break. Oh, I pulled that out. Got it ready. It's ready. Right behind the chair. And then we have Uno's cards. Maybe I'll do just a random Uno break because I've been anxious to open something. Yeah, let's do that. Squirrel. Let's see what we got. Is this a new one? Ooh, I think it is. I think that's a good tier too. Sharing squirrel. Hold on. I have been, oh shoot, foiling because I want to keep a set of all these. Hopefully I get one of each. I don't think it's going to play out because I've already gotten a duplicate, but I'm pretty sure this one's a good one. Pretty sure this is like the tier 2. It's a big ass. It's not the right one. There's no way. Sweet. I know that's a good one. Yeah, I guess these cards are just... Shout out to the Greek. I got these card savers because I hear that if you do want to get your stuff verified, or that's the wrong word. See, these morning shows, I can't wait to get into this 100 ideas. Or 100 pieces of content a day for 100 days because I got ideas that I want to share. We're going to get a little personal today. But if you want to get them graded, that's the term, that they generally have you send them in these. So I did order a whole bunch of these to kind of prepare for that. Shout out to the Greek NYC on Twitter for the recommendation. He had been watching a box break and he'd let me know, you know, because I know he's big into sports cards. That's weird. I feel like I had to grab one just to test because, yeah, that's why. All right. Makes sense. They are the right sleeves. Oh, what are those card sleeves? They're called Card Saver 1. I can actually open them up right now. I haven't used them yet, but I should. I want to move all my, like, we're going to squirrel here a little bit. Boom. So I'm going to move all the ones I want to get graded, all the nice ones I've gotten so far. So one of my favorites is the Moral Monkey, but it's not a very rare. This Hype Horse. I do want to get graded 75 out of 100. Responsive Ram, 69 out of 100. This is also a good one that I think is pretty cool. Accountable Anteater. And then the Moral Monkey one, of course, rare. I want to work my way up towards a set. But, and then I got the Gary B, 150 out of 500. Some solids. So I'm battling right now. I'm not sending anything in yet because part of me wants to wait first to see what I got with all of the boxes, right? And get some signed by Gary himself. Not all of them, right? Because, you know, I'm not going to flip them all. There's going to be a few keepers long term, but I do want to flip some. And I think that having his signature on it with a video of him signing it would just be really special. What's cool is I haven't gotten any duplicate rares or very rares yet, which I'm thankful for. They're all different. And there's some good ones. I got the Decisive Duck, which I'm stoked about. I do have the Burglar. And then the Gary B and the Moral Monkey. I mean, those were the first box, I think. Let's see what they look like, Gary. Oh, I think these are it, right? Card Saver 1. Yeah, I've seen these before. I thought just by the name that it was going to have a cardboard backing or something. I actually have come out this one. Check out this Moral Monkey Series 1. Shout out Jeremy. Thanks for the gift, man. I was walking VCon and out of nowhere, Jeremy goes like, oh yeah, that's right. I got you something. He's like, I was at a booth and I saw this price at a certain price and I just thought it was too cheap and I wanted to get it for you. I was like, oh, pretty sweet. So I definitely want to. I know they are big. So I wonder why they want. I think maybe if it's less of a chance, like with turbulence in the package being thrown, like the card, like if the edges bend, the cards generally, I don't know why they prefer to be sent these, but I'm glad I got them. Thanks for the Alpha Greek. So I would essentially always put it in like one of these and then throw it in. But it makes sense because this doesn't apply as much pressure down. So I think that's the main part. Like if you're getting it graded, put it in that instead. I think it helps improve the grade. I don't know. So you can see old router boxes as trading card boxes. Let's go. Save the rest there. I love it. Sharing Squirrel. Let's go. Yeah, I think to protect the corners. Yeah, if I can get a set of these, that'd be dope. Now, what do I do with all of the ones I take them from? The one duplicate I had, I put it in my travel bag so I can always play Uno wherever I'm at. But like I don't know what to do with all these ones that I'm taking the things out of. You know, it would be really cool if somebody created some type of collage, created table desktop of some sort. I had that idea with epoxy and old like dining room tables using coins from my travels, but I haven't accumulated nearly enough coins. So I do have a big jar of coins that is hidden away that are all from different countries I've traveled to. And once I get to about half a gallon, I think I'll have enough to do this bar table that I have that I'll refurbish. And I think the top will look really, really dope, but I need coins to get, to surface the whole topper. So, but I think that might be really cool to do the same approach with Uno cards. Maybe not as cool with the traveling front, but could look cool. You never know. All right. I think so. It's time to talk about 100 pieces of content a day for 100 days. How do you accomplish this? This seems like a daunting task, right? But not really. Like, let's take the approach of, now, to give everybody some context. Haven't even finished.
What do you want here?
101.
Flip it.
Flip it like this?
Yep. Here we go.
If you want to watch the full video, I highly recommend it. But, oh no, this isn't it. See, I get it. You want to help people prepare, but people are screaming this, have been screaming this for months. Months and months and months and months and months. It's almost like, it's kind of like that idea behind Gary Vee promoting certain projects. Would there have ever been a bull market for those projects without his promotion? Would there have ever been such a bad crash without everybody screaming crash? Like, I don't know, like there's something to it, right? So I'm probably not going to watch this one for a bit. Because Ray Dalio, this guy, don't get me wrong, his book, The Principles, I think is a very good book to pull things from. But he was early on one of those stubborn anti-Bitcoin people. And I think he's shifted a little bit, which is cool to see, but I don't vibe with him as much. He's old school money, right? And I'm sure this video is very valuable to watch, and I'm going to watch it. But I have no priority to prioritize this over anything else right now. Not a chance. Because I'm here to build. I ain't going anywhere. There's a big difference, right? It's this one here. You've probably been seeing this guy take social media by storm. He mentioned something early on. It was kind of like a challenge or like a what if. It was a what if, but also I took it as a challenge. And I'm like, how do I apply this concept into content? Hold on. I think it was in the opening 20 minutes. We're gonna find this together. Really quick.
You're orienting.
Yeah, so I remember this part of the conversation probably a few minutes prior.
But like on a level that borders on mental.
I think a little
like
bit
you
more.
have to be looking for it. I mean, God willing, I've got, another 40 plus years of life left. And every time that I get in that trap, I just re-anchor around, I'm still learning. Like all this stuff, I'm 46, but I've learned so much. I've failed so many times, and I've acquired so much knowledge and skill set and all of that. And then you can think about, oh, cool. Like as long as I've got the energy to keep pushing, to keep building, because I have, to your earliest point about what makes you successful, that is literally my kryptonite, is I have a very hard time accepting the fact that I can do anything I want with my life, but not everything.
Pretty sure it was before
Just lost all the money with transactions because they just told the people they could just sign up through them. Like I think we're out of jail free. Lost it all. Successful because we had 6 locations.
Shit, maybe it was earlier on in this episode.
A failure. If you think marketing is just a fancy 9-letter word for test, and once people understand you're going to fail, and you're going to fail a lot, and if you can't deal with that failure, if you think that failing makes you a failure, if you think that it's a permanent state of being and you're never going to get better, then you won't do the things you need to do to ultimately be successful. You talk about consistency, but it isn't just consistency, because if you do it wrong consistently, you're still going to fail, right? So this is, you have to be, in my own language, willing to stare nakedly at your inadequacies. And if you can stare nakedly at your inadequacies, then you can actually get better. If you're running the tests and you're like, hey, looking at the data, did this work or did this not work?
100%.
Then you can actually improve. But you went through this. So in the beginning of your career, and this is one of the things I find most interesting about your story, is you failed. You actually pulled your now wife aside and said, I'm a sinking ship. And if you wanted to leave, I would completely understand. How did you go from that to, like, there was something you figured out? What is that thing you figured out?
Yeah, I think it must have been early on. I feel like, I don't know. Yeah. I need to check out this new book, don't I? Yeah. And see, like I said, I'm sure he has shifted, but when I learned this about Ray after reading his book Principles, recommended through a Rob Dyrdek podcast of him reading it and raving about it, and I was like, ooh, I got to check this one out. And then watching some videos on his take about Bitcoin, I then said, all right, Ray, I'm just going to ignore your name for at least a decade because I don't believe you. We don't agree on this. So, but it's good to see people changing their perspectives and actually seeing it through a different lens. Like, what's his name? MicroStrategy. I'm blanking on his name right now. Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor. He was a heavy negative towards Bitcoin early on. And then that shifted. And ever since then, I think him and MicroStrategy are the leading they have purchased the most Bitcoin when you compare it to any other business and put Bitcoin on their balance sheets and continue to do so. It's awesome to see people see what's coming, see the benefit, see that it's not a Ponzi. Yeah, I know. I don't either, right? But it's good to see him shift. But at the same time, I'm still not going to take the time to go watch that interview, right? Because in my opinion, it's an interview that fuds. It's an interview that brings down. While there could be more constructive things we could all be doing with our time, like building something.
Consistently start going on that, whether that's cold outbound, whether that's content, whether it's running paid ads, whether it's affiliates. From there, I would say,
was it really the opening
so it's
minute?
one avatar, one product, one channel. So you don't have to figure out how do I create 20 pieces of content across. It's like just pick one channel, one media source, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, Twitter. Consistently start going on that, whether that's cold outbound, whether that's content, whether it's running paid ads, whether it's
this right here. If you're worried about a winter bear market, buy assets. TLDR, buy assets. I mean, one could say the housing market's on its way out too, or down, but I mean, I've already started to see it with pricing and land. Saw a spike, and now it's coming back down. Now, the places I'm looking are rather unique, but I'd love to see the prices coming back down.
Word of mouth, whatever it is.
I know that sounds like fun, but as somebody looking to purchase some land, I'd rather get it as cheap as possible. So bring on the cheap land.
And start reaching out to people there to start selling your stuff. And so if you can just do that consistently, and I use something, all right.
What's the skill set that's going to make somebody good? And this is 6 figures still.
Yeah.
So what's the skill set in that?
I know this is part of the conversation. I read a book and recommended it a while back called The One Thing.
Getting good at the outbound? Is it getting good at saying no to the other stuff? Like, how do we translate that into a skill set?
You have to learn how to advertise, which I define as the process of making known. So how do you let other people know about the stuff you sell? So you have to advertise. There's 6 ways to do it. I covered 5 just now. So there's
you're
6
about to
ways
hear
to do
him
it.
talk about
And then once
concepts
people
that I
engage
pulled
with
from
whatever
this book.
advertisement you have to sell them. So advertising is the first skill, selling them is the second skill. And
Makes
then
sense.
product would be the third skill, which is the thing that you're ultimately advertising and selling.
Okay, so that gets us 6 figures. What gets us 7?
Doing the same thing consistently. So usually once people do it in the beginning, they're sporadic, they're not consistent with it. Just the act of doing the same thing every day usually gets people to 100,000 a month, which sounds crazy to probably people listening, but most people who think that's crazy also haven't done it consistently for an extended period of time. And so I use something that I call the Rule of 100, which is 100 primary actions, whether that's 100 minutes of content creation per day, 100 reach outs per day, $100 of ad spend per day. Like you have to pick one of them, but 100 per day, and you do that for 100 days, and I promise you, you'll be making 6 figures if you do.
Most people won't.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. And let's talk about it from the perspective of I took this as a challenge to create content, not to make money. So I have an idea. I want to take this as a challenge and post 100 pieces of content every day for 100 days straight. Seems like a daunting fucking task, right? Hold up. Let's think about it from two different perspectives. Perspective one, continue doing my flow, these long form Thursdays, clip it. You know, you probably clip about 20 good clips, right? From a show like this, possibly 30, 40. And I'm sure even more. But time, that's going to take a lot of time. That's not going to leave any time to do any other thing that I want to do. I'll just be creating content all day and posting it real time, rinse and repeat, just to knock out 100 a day. I don't want to put myself through that. But option number two, actionable content, meaning my days don't change, right? I can still focus on the things I want to focus on with my time blocks laid out the way that they are. But if I take 100 pieces of content, let's say I start this YouTube short initiative, which I'm very, very it might start tomorrow, where I post 100 ideas a day for 100 days straight. I did the math. It's actually not that difficult. If I give myself a 7-hour window each day, knock out at a minimum 15 an hour, I could do it in just under 7 hours. And I can work that in. It's 15 minutes, call it 20 minutes of each hour recording, writing, posting, right? So this is like, I've been thinking about this, like what's the most efficient way to approach this? I enjoy flexing my idea muscle. I've been out of practice. So this is my way to not only flex that idea muscle, but also look at what's happening in the market, maybe look at what's happening with another project, maybe problems that somebody's having or I'm having and solutions to that problem, ideas on on if I did this, I would. I can go all day. And I can knock those out rather efficiently. Now, what would be my KPI here, right? What's going to be my key performing indicator? Like, yes, am I doing this consistently? Like, that's number one. But do I want to measure anything to see from the day I start to the day I end? I think the most logical thing is I'm not going to do views. I'm not going to do views because views are misleading. You can have millions of views on YouTube Shorts, but no, like, there is leverage right now of attention, right? YouTube Shorts is pushing YouTube Shorts like crazy. People are getting hundreds of millions of views, but it doesn't always correlate to subscribers. You know what I mean? So maybe I use a KPI of I start on this date, I end on this date. I keep doing my normal schedule, but let's see, we just compare. I think the subscriber count might also be misleading. I don't know. Got to think about that some more. But I wanted to start the conversation around it. Gary, I'd love to hear. Does this sound daunting to you? Does this sound exciting? Do you want to incorporate it in some way, shape, or form into your life? So for me, I was also thinking like, this is a great opportunity that's the foundation. That's the starting point. Now I can start to incorporate other little things. Like, I haven't always been beating the sun recently. It used to be a thing, a non-negotiable for me. But with how late I've been staying up with these creative rabbit holes, I have to let that energy flow when it comes. So, but soon that's going to change. So let's say I beat the sun for 100 days. Keep it simple. 2-minute cold shower for 100 days straight. I'm still taking my cold showers, so that's going to be no problem. The reason I want to do 2 minutes though is because I've only been doing 30 to 45 seconds, less than a minute. But studies show, shout out Andrew Huberman, I think it's 11 minutes total, not all at once, but total of cold shock therapy a week. The long-term health benefits to that, mental benefits to that are insane. I'm not going to list them off one by one. I didn't prepare this with talking points. But Andrew Huberman is a very trusted neuroscientist, an old friend, old neighbor, who I need to reconnect with. But I've been watching, I've always took his advice. He always had a lot of good knowledge when it came to muscle therapy. Like I rolled my ankle this one time, really, really fucking bad. And he gave me so much advice that the doctors didn't, that I'm like, man, you should really be a doctor in some way, shape, or form, because he helped me more than the doctors did. Let's just put it that way. That's shocking, right? With certain PT that you could do on your own without having to have gone and see the doctor. It's crazy stuff. Anyways, going back to it, 11 minutes of cold shock therapy a week in total. Well, 2 minutes a day. That gets me there with 7 days, well over. So that's something I'm going to be adding into my 100 ideas. Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't want to be religious or emotionally tied to each video having to be post-produced and perfect. The reason I said doing this around actionable content, like I could also do another stream where it's called Idea Tank, and I just roll off 100 ideas a stream, right? But I do it all at once and then clip it. The problem with that is the time it's going to take to go in and clip. Each time I go into clip, I can just pop open my phone. Day one, this is 100 ideas a day for 100 days. I'm on day 2, idea 28. This is for bam, whatever the idea is about, right? And I rinse and repeat that. I start each video with what it is, where we are, and what the idea is, right? So what are your thoughts on that from that perspective, right? And then at the very end, if you want to see more content like this, please do subscribe and follow along if you like these ideas. Like very quick, brief, bam, 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 bam. Knock out 15 an hour for 7 hours straight throughout my normal day. I promise you, I have enough downtime to make that happen. Like we can all do better at managing our time. And I do know that for me, there's a lot of time in between, especially as of recently. So yeah, exactly. So the idea is I want to be able to do this with as little friction as possible. And when I prepare a script for it, I do an episode for it. Not only does all this other time factor into doing the prep, going live, times, all that stuff, clipping it, I could have just posted 100 straight ideas. Exactly. Do it live. Do it live. I'm a little too late in the day to start today. Should we start today, Gary? Do we start today? Do it live, huh? So I guess this is how things like this start, huh? Is this how this is going to start? This is 100 ideas a day for 100 days. This is day 1, idea 1. Are you hesitant? Just start. If you found any value at all, please do hit that like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and stay tuned for idea number 2. You like that? Done. 1. Looks like I'm starting today. Ah, shit. I'm getting a late start on it too. My planning and preparation was to start this around 10 a.m. each day so that I finish around 5 p.m. each day. Might have to knock out a bunch. 100 ideas. I got to come up with a better idea. No TikTok dance. It's fucking comedy. See, this is what having good people around you means they support you, even if you don't want to. I don't want to start today. Hey now. Jab, 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 jab. This is comedy. So I've been also, I obviously don't want it as bad as I want it or say I do because I haven't made the shift yet. But 4 a.m. wake ups are calling my name. I used to be very, very disciplined and consistent with this. It's honestly ever since I Optimo's cancer and that whole experience. And since that experience, that consistency is gone. It's long gone. I know I can get it back very quickly, but yeah, thanks, man. I say it in a good way. It's good to think about her. Bam, uploaded. I know, right? I'm gonna be doing another one. I was just trying to get a good flow for the title. So right now, and here's the cool thing about doing 100 a day for 100 days. By day 20, I'm gonna have such a better process and train of thought in writing out and optimizing for SEO and writing out the title. "100 ideas a day for 100 days. This is day 1, idea 2. Are you trying to start your own podcast? Remember that you don't need all this fancy equipment. You don't need this mic. You don't need this headset. All you need is this phone that you're using and Anchor.fm. This is not a paid advertisement, but that's the easiest way to start your own podcast. Go, start, release, post, rinse, and repeat. This has been idea number 2, day 1 out of 100. If you found any value at all, if you want to watch all the ideas, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notifications bell to stay updated. And until the next one. Yes, you can. I can do it. So here's the thing I've noticed with YouTube Shorts. I have a new monitor, so sometimes the mouse gets stuck up there. So you have control over the title. I realize I need to go put in #shorts, but you don't have description editing functions on the mobile. So what you do is you post it, go in, you can edit it on mobile and then add a description or a bio. So you improve its SEO, or you can just go do it on your desktop, your YouTube studio. What I'm going to do is just put it on my YouTube studio, and just probably the end of each day, maybe go optimize them. Although that might be time consuming. We'll see. Kind of day 1, idea 2. I should probably include the keywords, but for now, I want to get in the flow. So I'm just titling it day 1 idea, day idea 100 in 100 for now. I'll start to include the idea in the title. But this is why you just start. This is why you can overthink it and plan the title and plan the bio as much as you want, right? Chances are you're still going to post and you're still going to make a mistake no matter how much you plan. So it's best to just fucking post. Just post. You start to understand the process. You start to optimize the way you do it. You start to optimize the way you think for the content. Just start. Thank you, good sir. "100 ideas a day for 100 days. This is day 1, idea 3. Sometimes You just need to talk to somebody. So maybe you got something on your chest today. I forgot to hit. So one little thing with YouTube Shorts with these ideas, I can't do them in 15 seconds. You want to start over. Top right, there's a little second timer, and you can toggle it to a 60-second video. So I need to be mindful of doing that every time. I forget where I was going with that idea, but the idea was sometimes you just need somebody you trust that isn't always going to shoot you down, but you can always send ideas to, send a question to for words of encouragement. Maybe it's somebody who gives you the utmost truth. It's good to have that type of extrovertedness, because a lot of creatives are introverted. You're not going to go around. A lot of people don't trust a lot of people with the opinions of their art, right? But I promise you, like, if you just separate yourself from that insecurity, you'll find that it'll take you a very, very long way. I don't know. Probably should have been recording that, huh? A 100 ideas a day for 100 days. This is day 1, idea 3. Do you not have enough time in the day to do the things that you want to do? Write out your days hour by hour, reverse engineer your day, and I promise you, you have 30 to 60 extra minutes to do the thing that you want to do. This has been another idea. If you've enjoyed this content, please do hit that like, subscribe, follow along. We're going 100 days straight, 100 ideas a day. Thank you so much for being here. Cool. Right on. We're already 3 in. We only have 97 to go. That'll be easy. Today's Thursday. And see, for me, like, you're going to notice that a lot of these ideas will be dependent on things that I'm doing, right? Yeah. Hey, thank you, Gary. Thanks for tuning in, man. Have a great rest of your day. We're going to be ending it here. This was a good conversation. This is going to be a short Good Morning HODLer show. But thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. And yeah, for anybody else watching this live or the recording, this discussion that we're having, 100 and 100, 100 a day for 100 straight. You think it's overkill? I'm curious. Like, would you apply this to anything in your life? I'd love to hear why. I'd love to hear how. And I'd love to help. I realize yep. Gotta fix that. Maybe all the weight. $100 ideas a day for 100 days. Day 1, idea 4. You don't need all this fancy stuff to start a YouTube channel. Believe it or not, I started with very little. The best advice I have for starting your own YouTube channel is pull out your phone just like you would with starting a podcast on anchor.fm. Start a YouTube channel. Start doing YouTube shorts just like I am right here. Pick an idea that you vibe with. Do 100 of those a day for 100 days, and then come back and let me know the results. I promise you, you won't regret it. This has been another idea. If you found any value at all, please do hit that like, subscribe, notification bell so you're in tune with the next ideas and the next 100 days. Much love. Yo, Luke. So we're testing something new here, man. I'm literally, in addition to everything else I'm doing, I'm like, how do I post 100 pieces of content a day for 100 days straight? And I figure picking apart old content, I'll still continue to do that at that pace, this new pace. But actionable tasks. I've been wanting to flex this idea muscle. I used to flex it every day, 10 ideas every morning, no matter what I'm doing, depending what on the task, come up with 10 new ideas. They could be completely relevant or irrelevant. They just have to be 10 ideas. I'm going to take the same approach. We're going to document the process. We're doing this on YouTube Shorts. It starts today. It starts right now and ends. That new monitor keeps taking my mouse. Yeah, but how are you doing today, good sir? I hope you're having safe travels home. Thanks for tuning in, man. How do you like this new time? Did it throw you off? We've been live for about an hour and 45 minutes here, so, or an hour and a half. Forgive me, I started a little late. Wow. Isn't that convenient? 100 days from today is Saturday, December 31st, 2022. You got to be shitting me. I love it. Yeah, I love seeing you on the stream too. So this is going to be a great new time. It's going to help audience in Brazil. It's going to help the audience Portugal, Europe, United States. And now we're down to just one a week. The biggest thing I've gotten from all my friends and family overseas was they tuned in intermittently, but it would be hard to predict which one to watch, right, for them. So just keep it to one show a week, a time frame that works for arguably almost any time zone, and see how it goes. Okay. No worries, man. Let's fucking go. So we're on idea 4. But what's crazy is this ends the year with 100 ideas a day for 100 straight days. This is awesome. And I'm going to improve on it bit by bit. But if I just average 15 an hour for the next 7 hours, I knock out 100 today. So it's pretty sweet. Probably going to focus it around... I have another idea. $100 ideas a day for 100 days. Day 1, idea 5. I'm having a brain fart. If you're having a brain fart, the best thing to do is to put down all your tech, go for a walk, get some sun. Come back. You should remember by then. Hope you've enjoyed this idea. If you've enjoyed this, if you want to see the next 100 days of ideas, please do hit that like, subscribe, and until next time, peace. So I honestly just forgot the great idea, but I gave them an idea from forgetting about the idea. You see my point? Like, ideas just, they can just come and go. And as you flex the idea muscle, so after I do this for 100 straight days, do you realize the ideas I'll have at that point? Fucking insane. I don't know. We'll see. This is fun. Oddly enough, this is fun. I hope I've been writing everything right on the title. And yeah, if you want to catch all the NFT Web3 news, just hit rewind. You're going to have to rewatch it. I did kind of start the episode twice today because my auto notifiers did not go off when I went live. And I started with nobody on the stream and thought to myself, I should probably post Twitter, Discord real quick. And then people hopped on. So I kind of reiterated the intro. So let me know if you have any questions. I just want to go check out my YouTube Studio Shorts section here and make sure I'm titling these correctly. And I want to show everybody, we do it live, right? Why not just do it live? So you can't do the description. Oh, I like how it automatically does the thing. That's pretty sweet. So you can't do it on mobile, at least maybe I'm missing a hotkey, but this is where you come in and optimize and maybe you give the idea. For now, for the sake of repetition, for the sake of executing on this task and goal, I'm not going to do this right now. But I have a feeling in the coming days, after I progress through each day of 100 ideas, The next day, I will do it a little bit differently, meaning my process will change, improve, or become more efficient. This is why, like, just starting, there's so much to it, because you can plan all you want, but you never know until you personally go through the motion, right? You have to go through the motion. You'll improve, you'll become more efficient, depending on what that means to you. So I love it. Today's gonna be a little shorter than expected, you know. That blockchain gaming segment usually takes up a good chunk, but we don't have that to play today, and we knocked right through our script, right through our talking points for today. So I'd like to take this moment to pause, take a quick little break, and let everybody know that Monkey Bites, Moral Monkey Bites, our spotlight window is open. If you're unaware of what Moral Monkey Bites is, just visit monkeybites.io to learn more, and then come pop in our Discord if you have any questions. We're giving back 55% of all proceeds from mint and secondary back to the token owners in unique ways. And that's through the Spotlight program and the Build program. And it sounds exactly like that. We spend money on you, we promote you, your work, bring awareness to you, your work, your talent, your craft. And then in parallel, we build you a smart contract, right? There's a little more involved into the process, but those are the two value props. And then last but not least, we do offer a subdomain claim of mbt.eth for every Moral Monkey Bite you own. So good news this week, I've already claimed malo.mbt.eth. So we're going to be creating instructions, teaching people how to do it, since we don't have a dApp for it yet. Oh no, did my battery just go out? So new camera, new toys. Give me 1 second. I should have put in a full battery, or at least get a dummy battery. Gotta love it. I haven't had that issue in a minute. You know what's funny is I do have a dummy battery. I have two, actually. I'm seeing which one I like more. One's a no name, one's a name brand. And I don't know why I didn't plug them in for this stream. Gotta love it. And yeah, I think it's POAP time. So show of hands, I've really only seen 2 people chatting, so there's only 2 people eligible for this POAP. As a reminder, that's how we do it around here, or 3 people, forgive me. We had Sakib, Luke, and Dream. So if you're still here listening to this, the secret phrase is Monkey Bites Spotlight program is live, followed by your public wallet address. I know, it's a lot of words. Write it in accordingly. I'm going to enable that channel right now. Everyone should be good to send messages in there. I'll leave that open for 5 minutes. Okay, Google. Set a timer for 5 minutes. And with that, let's do another 2 ideas real quick. Because I want to end this episode at 7 ideas. Something about it. 100 ideas in 100 days. I said that all wrong, didn't I? See, I try not to do any retakes. 100 ideas a day for 100 days straight. We're on day 1, idea 6. Sometimes the best morning routine starts the night before. I found that I get the best sleep and I wake up on time when I want to, when I actually prep the night before. Everyone's evening routines can be different, evening primes. I call mine a prime, but an idea to get you nice and calm before bedtime. Disconnect all tech and don't look at any blue light, any screens, at least an hour before bed. Turn your phone in airplane mode, do not disturb, do not react to notifications with that hour before bed. And I promise you, you're going to get the best sleep of your life. I hope you enjoyed this idea. Please do like, subscribe, follow along for the next 100 days. Bam. Now keep this window open for as long as I'm doing. You can't get into the POAP channel. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Try now. That's my bad. All my bad. Oh, this is a simple one. I like this. 100 ideas a day for 100 days. Day 1, idea 7. How to save money. Calculate in a spreadsheet your monthly overhead, every single line item of how much you spend. And I promise you, you're spending way more than you know. Let me know in the comments if this has helped. This has been another idea. Hope you've enjoyed. Please hit that like, subscribe if you want to follow along for the next 100 days. Until next time. There you go. You're good. And for anybody just tuning in late, the secret phrase was monkey bites spotlight, moral monkey bites spotlight window is open, followed by your public wallet address. Keep it nice and simple, as difficult as that is. Oh, I'm realizing I'm not putting shorts at the end of no, hit this, go all the way to shorts. 100. Nice. The commitment. Oh, how many times I've been through one of those. It's like I'm smelling that place right now. Glad to hear you made it through passport control. All in the clear. Good stuff. And with that, I think this is a great place to end it. This has been a solid stream. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of BitMonkey TV's Good Morning HODLer show. New time, same day, same place. We're excited for this one. And yeah, hope you found a lot of value here. If you aren't already, please do hit that subscribe. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, it helps out a ton. It reminds me that I'm in the right direction, going in the right direction. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. But the feedback from you is very important. So just let me know what I can do to make these videos better. And we're going to leave some downtime for the ending screen here. But stay tuned for next week. Now, as a reminder, events for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, we have a box break with Jeremy, Luke, and Gary, who have been in the audience today. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific. Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific, we are going to be doing a drawing morning where we're drawing some comics. Come pop in our Discord if you aren't already, bitmonkey.tv/Discord. And then Saturday night, 9 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be doing my week 3 NFL DFS research and strategy dump in those episodes. And then next week, we have a special guest in the founder of Chibi Labs, Matthew Sposta. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Stay tuned for more teasers and promo for that episode coming up. He'll be joining us for the first hour, and we will be starting next week, 11 a.m. Pacific. So it's going to be following this new time. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Malo. Please do hit that like, subscribe if you found any value at all. Share this with a friend if you think they could benefit. And until next time, peace.